Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I will be painting lemons and leaves because it's been sort of a week where when life gives you lemons, you gotta make lemonade, however the saying goes. In another case, I wanted to make something pretty as well as relaxing. To start, I'm using a retractable pencil. I prefer the 0.5 millimeters and a gray malleable eraser. They're my favorites. They're also fun to play with when you don't know what to draw. And then I'm drawing currently in my Strathmore sketchbook, which is a 300 gram paper, watercolor paper. Definitely prefer this because the pages don't warp. So first I lightly pencil in my ovals where I want the lemons to be. Then I go back and give them a more proper lemon shape with darker lines. This just allows me to basically lay out where I want it to. I'm freehanding it, but it's a bit of a layout at this point. Next, I start drawing in the leaves. I want two different colors in about 3 to 4 sizes. So I place wherever I felt is the most natural. I'm not too worried about precision on this piece, as it will be fairly messy. But that's kind of the nice look of gouache. You can, wherever you make mistakes, you can cover it over. It's much more forgiving than watercolor. Once I'm happy with the layout, I then lightly erase the pencil with the gray eraser and start getting my paints ready. So to fill in the background, I wanted a black background to get the colors to pop. To do this, I am using the ARTEZA Noir, which are a really nice beginner level water-based gouache. I really like them and have used them for the last year or so, most of 2019. However, I'm finding some limitations and have started switching to other brands as I'm needing to replace tubes. So you'll see two different brands basically in this video, but for the most part I use ARTEZA and highly recommend it if you're just getting into gouache. So you can see some of the middle areas I'm filling in on this piece. My black is a little thin. I think I used too much water there. That's kind of the issue with the ARTEZAs, is that you have to be really careful how much water you in. It can lean more towards watercolor look as it dries rather than the nice matte black finish that I am looking for in this one. So basically I just let it dry mostly and then went back in and gave it a second coat, which really isn't a problem, but it can add more time, more drying time, which sucks if you're impatient. Once I'm done with the blacks, I lay it aside and dry. Now's a good time to get some tea. Next, I mix my colors for the lemons. I'm using a tube, an ARTEZA tube called Lemon Yellow. I could just leave it at that because it's still a very nice yellow, but I wanted a little bit more warmth to the color. So I mixed it with the color Raw Sienna by Acryla, which is, I believe, a Japanese brand. It could be a Korean brand, I'm not too sure. They've started providing them at local art shops like Opus or Desires in Canada, so I was really pleased when I found these. These are acrylic based gouache. So the thing with these is that yes, you can mix it with water to thin it out and make it easier to spread, but once it dries, it dries. So you're not going to be able to lift off paint, this type of paint, if you've made a mistake with water, and you're also not going to be able to reuse your palette. So it can be a little bit wasteful, and these tubes are definitely more expensive, but I really love the matte finish they give. I'm still experimenting with these, but they seem to come in a lovely variety of colors, and they do mix well with the ARTEZAs. So long as you keep mixing them, they will separate if you leave them too long. Once I'm done coloring in the lemons, I go ahead and mix up my greens. So for the greens, I'm using 4 different colors. The 2 of them are the acrylas, so the acrylic-based gouaches. One's called ash green, the other's called misty green. Those are 2 that I'm using together as one leaf. I'm starting with the misty green on my page. The next one I'm using is a veridian green mixed with a titanium white, and these 2 colors are for the other more vibrant green leaves. So there's like the olive green leaves and then the vibrant green. The veridian green is ARTEZA and so is the white actually. But they're really nice together and they make a lovely shade that goes well with the lemons. So at this point, now that I have a nice camera angle and chunk of time spent on this painting, I'm going to speed it up and let you enjoy the color blocking of all the leaves. Past me is kicking myself for the camera angle at the beginning of this video, but it was a good lesson learned of don't use a GoPro for art videos. It works fine outside, but not on the artist desk. So I did change cameras halfway through and angles multiple times. I definitely prefer this particular angle that you're seeing now. If you've watched this far, thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed this and that you can experiment, try it yourself, and if you do paint anything based off this video, lemons, leaves, gouache, try different types of gouache, tag me on Instagram. I'm at The Art of Anything. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Please be sure to subscribe and tune in for the next video, hopefully next weekend. Bye!